We want to talk about duct types and fittings and routing preferences here. And I'm in the sample file, Snowden Tower HVAC file that comes with the sample HVAC files that come installed with Revit 2025, or any file really applies to this. Noticing the cool new browser in Revit 2025. So if we go over to now the new family filter button over here, it shows us. And when you do your searching in here, by the way, you can search and click through here and it'll search all the different aspects of that. So down inside of our families, inside of here, we have duct fittings and we have ducts. Ducts are the straight, and duct fittings are used for the duct themselves. So inside of here, if you look at this, you'll have rectangular, round, etc. This is all the content within this browser is within this project. So this project may have all kinds of elements and components loaded that another project does not. So that's when we come back to our template option, is that you need a mechanical template with all this stuff preloaded and set up. So if I open this up, I can see there's rectangular, and you're not going to see much inside of there other than, you know, a couple of different types. And right now we only have one, and it's mitered elbow with tap. And if I double click on there and I open up that dialog box, I go into here, and this is where the routing preferences are listed. And it says in here what elbows and T's and taps to use. So notice this. So if I click on here, it'll say, okay, this is my elbow. It's tap instead of T. So it's one or the other here. And then once you declare tap or T, you specify what that tap or T is inside here. And then you can specify what your cross is. And these all have little pick lists in them. But the parts you see in here are coming from the fittings that are up in here. So you have to load them first. We're going to try that. And then inside of here, you specify what parts are in there based on the name. And then from there, we can click on the duct sizes. That's already been talked about. That's from our mechanical settings. And then if you want to load a part, you can load it right in exactly from here. So let's say I wanted to create a new system. Now I could load one in here, but I don't want to change this one. I want to make a new system and then load the part into there. So I'm just observing this would determine what type of elbow here, right? Tap, elbow. That's a big one right there. Is it square back elbow? Is it mitered? Is it round, etc.? So I can click out and cancel on that. So each one in here will have its own. So I can duplicate this and go in here and call it, you know, I'll call it square or mitered radius elbow with T's. Hit OK. And then when I go into here, I can say, okay, load family. There's other ways to load families. And I can go into my mechanical MEP. And I can go, oops, that's equipment. Let's go up a level. Okay, I want to go to US duct and then fittings and then rectangular and then elbows. And let's grab that radius elbow here. And I need a T. So I'm going to load that in and then that will show up. Now I change this to say I want it to be T. Okay, and this I'm going to say there's my new radius elbow in here, and it came with different types. So I'll say, okay, well, let's use a 1.5 radius proportion, and I want T's, and then I have to pick a T on here. There it is. So radius elbow now with 1.5, and hit OK, and hit apply, and hit OK. So now if I open up, go back to my nice browser into my views and open up a view and just demonstrate that quickly. I'll zoom in back over here again, and I'll go to draw some duct off my quick access toolbar, and I'll look in here and I'll say, oh, look, there's my new radius elbow with T. And if I click on here, I can set my size, set my elevation, set my service type. All I'm trying to demonstrate here, hit escape, is that, and notice I have my automatic connect turned on, is this is going to give me a T, as opposed to if I use my tap system and I do the same thing, hit escape once in between and pull it off, I'll get a tap. So there's my new, oh, I didn't get my radius elbow in here. So let's go back to here, switch back to my rate T, and then grab this. This will be a radius elbow. Okay, hit escape. Look how I'm switching in between. And then go back to the square one. I'm running out of room here. See, square, I'd like to be zoomed in, escape. So this is giving me a square elbow with the tap. This is giving me a radius elbow with the T.